My name's Hart, and today I'm going to do a review on a Worcester Bosch combi boiler. So this Worcester Bosch boiler, this is a 28i Green Star. It's a Green Star 28i Junior. What I'm going to do, I've removed the screws underneath and above. I'll take the case off. We'll have a look inside, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And we may look at some other boilers over here as well, so I can show you a comparison. For me, a lot of people look at the Worcester badge and think that it's a premium product, but let's have a look inside and you can see for yourself. I'd really be interested in anybody who works on these boilers. Put some comments below and give me your opinion, and yeah, let's get some honest facts of these boilers. Let's have a look inside. You must be a gas safe registered engineer to remove a case on one of these boilers. So first of all, if we have a look at the top, there's the screw would be there, and then on this side here again you would have a screw in there, and then if we have a look below, you've got some screws here and the screw into them slots there, and same on that side. These sometimes can be a bit of a nightmare because these screws fall out when you've started to put case on. I'm going to remove the case now. Just remember that this boiler it's around 8, 9, 10 years old, so it will have age related marks inside, as you would expect with any boiler that's been that's that age. If we take the case off, and then if we have a look inside, we've got a screw here, and then this flap will come down. I'll do that in a minute, but if we have a look inside, we've got the fan there, and then we've got the heat exchanger. So it's an aluminium heat exchanger. Sometimes these have issues with these leaking, more often than other boilers. From my experience, I've certainly seen more of these ones leak than actually any other boiler. That could be because there might be more of these around, who knows, but I've certainly absolutely seen more of these fail than any other boiler, but that's only my small personal experience, so I'd love to have anybody else's feedback with that. If we have a look inside, if we have a look in here, we've got the condensate trap, and then we've got plastic or composite or whatever they like to call them components in here. Some of these have common problems with them leaking. I'll just zoom in there now and I'll just show you them. That's the condensate trap. This is an early one, this one, because that's the old style trap. This here is the left hand block, and this is a very common problem. This leaks. You could put shock arresters on. I've still seen them leak when they've got shock arresters on, to be honest. They tend to pinhole and spray out, sometimes on the side here, and you'll get water leaking down underneath on left hand side. So if a customer phones you and they say left hand side, water's coming out left hand side, there's a very good chance it's going to be out of that left hand block there. And then if we have a look on the other side, here we've got the flow turbine there, and it also leaks from there. Sometimes it can leak from the main block at the back, and if it does, that's quite expensive. And other times it can just be the adapter here. More often than not, it's just the adapter at the top there. On the newer models of these, they've got a rubber jacket over the top of here, and the reason they've got that, believe it or not, is so that when this leaks, it doesn't take out this motor here, or that's what I believe it's for. Maybe somebody could tell me, maybe somebody could correct me on that, but it seems funny that why they didn't just repair the fault or make that better. I have no idea. Another thing to look out for if you're servicing these, sometimes this pipe at the back here, it's a bit hard for me to show you, but there's a pipe at back here, and that's from the gas pipe here, but sometimes that can split, So you just need to make sure that that's okay. If you take this out, then just check it. You can also get a new pipe for that in various different kits. I think when you get the burner seal kit, I think that might come with a new pipe for the gas here. That's obviously been some issue for Worcester in the past. Another thing with these boilers, it might be a bit hard to see on this video, but the expansion vessel is on the back. So if you need to change it, sometimes it's a bit awkward. If you need to change it, sometimes it's a bit awkward. Sometimes you've got to take the boiler off the wall, which obviously is a bigger job than in some other boilers. I'll just show you some other boilers and I'll show you what other manufacturers do. If we start with a Wiesmann, this is a Wiesmann 100, and the expansion vessel's inside, and the Schrader valve is on the bottom on this, so it's easy to get to and it's easy to work on. It's also easy to replace should you need to replace it. If we have a look in an old Baxi, which this is the same generation as that Worcester, again the expansion vessel's here, so you can get to it and change it if you need to. And then the newer generation, so that's the Baxi 600, it's also there as well. It's also on the Ideal Logic, it's also at the front, so you can get to it easier as well. I'll remove the fan, and I'll show you how easy it is to service as well. In my opinion, these are a little bit more tricky than some other boilers, and it has some baffles inside here that sometimes can seize in. Again, a little bit more, it's not as good as some other boilers on the market. Another thing to point out on this, I can't really show you, but the PRV, the pressure relief valve, is on the back on this boiler. So again, you've got to start taking bits out of here, or you've got to try and get your hand up the back, which can be quite awkward. So I'll show you that now. I'll zoom in, I'll try and show you that from underneath, and then I'll show you how other manufacturers tackle that issue as well. There's no pipes on this, so at the moment it's a lot easier, and we could get into there. And what you'd need to do, you'd need to pull this down here and then get that out there. And I've often found these really, really tricky to do when they're on the wall like this, but it's right at the back of the boiler, and I believe it's quite difficult to do. If we have a look inside some other boilers, so this is the new Baxi. If you have a look at the Baxi, it's just there, forward facing. So that's your PRV in that one. So that's very easy. If we look at the old Baxi, so this is the 10-year-old Baxi. Again, it's there. So it's easy, very easy to work on. If we look at the Wiesmann, in the Wiesmann, it's just at the back there. Again, that's very easy to get to. And worst case scenario with this one, if you remove the burner, you can get to every part in the boiler. Very, 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 very easy. So again with this, always make sure that your gas safe registered if you're going to be doing out in a boiler. I've just removed this flexible pipe here. I've undone the nut up at top, and this just pulls forward. So I've removed the fan now, and that's the little pipe, that's the little gas pipe there. I just need to make sure that that's okay and it's not split. This didn't look like it's been serviced at all, to be honest, because these leads on top, I really struggled to get them off. But if we have a look inside here, take that plate off, take the electrodes out if we can. It's all yeah, and then that's your washer that goes on top. You can see there, it's not in the best condition. that. That's not a bad thing about the boiler really, it's just lack of service in that. And then you've got some baffles that go in top here, and then these pull out front. It's a bit awkward with one hand. So I'd love you to put some comments below on this and tell me what you believe about this boiler, or what you think about this boiler, or what your experiences are with these boilers. My opinion, and as I say, this is just my opinion, is these boilers have been put up here on a massive pedestal as if they're an amazing boiler. Now, I don't think they're a bad boiler. I don't think they're a bad boiler at all. I just think there's much better boilers on the market. There's boilers that are much easier to service and much easier to work on. And I don't think that Worcester boilers, personally, my personal opinion, are as good as what they're made out to be. So in my opinion of this boiler, I would say it's an average boiler. It's not a bad boiler. I don't think it's an amazing boiler. I just think it's an average boiler, and that's my honest opinion. If you like my videos, please click up here somewhere and subscribe. And thanks for watching.